Hi, I'm Amanda Woodall and welcome to my fashion school. Alright, like I promised, I'm going to show you what you need for this course. Today is a doing day. We're going to find all the things that we already have. Maybe you have things in an old pencil case or a drawer somewhere. We're going to find those essential things, and if anything's missing, we're going to thrift it or find it for cheap at a later date. Don't worry if you don't have everything in the first week. A toolkit takes a bit of a budget and some time to collect. That's why we're going to start right here in the home. Okay, so this section, we're going to cover the digital needs of the course. Most of what we're going to learn and share and how we're going to build our profile is going to be through apps. Considering that you're already here, I'm going to take it that you already have... Okay. Considering you're already here, I'm going to take it that you already have access to a smart device and internet. Don't worry too much if you've only got like a basic phone. Okay, on the internet, you're going to constantly hear quality, 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 high res, great audio, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is that high production is a niche. And also low quality, moody, grainy footage is also a great aesthetic for fashion. So focus on your content, your creativity, and don't go out buying things that you can't afford. Okay, so the next absolutely free thing that you can do is to download these apps. Okay, so go. Go and download those apps from the Play Store. Okay, log in. And then just have a little look around and look at the different mechanics and the user features. And in my upcoming video, I'm going to teach you how to make your fashion accounts on these apps. Okay? So well done, because you've took the first steps into believing that you're going to have a career in fashion. And you've situated yourselves amongst other creative people. And it was so simple, wasn't it? And that's what we like on this channel. Simple learning at our own pace. We like easy. The easy life. We like it, don't we? I hope we do. I like it. The next step is we're going to create our toolkit of creative tools. I've made two lists. One is for design and illustration and one is for sewing, although so much of this stuff can be used for both purposes. So you can store these together, or you can have separate storage for illustration and for sewing. It's completely up to you how you decide to organise your own space. So first, you're going to need to find a container to store your equipment. So you could use a small toolkit, you could use a fabric zip-up case, you could find something around the home like a glass jar or a tub, or you could clear out a drawer and just use this for all your creative bits and bobs. So this is the list of the basic art supplies you're going to need. A pencil for sketching and marking out measurements. A ruler. You're going to need a ruler for neat edges, geometric shapes, measuring, and pattern cutting. A rubber or a razor. This is going to keep everything neat and help you to manage your mistakes or your alterations. A biro for making your sketches permanent, writing notes and defining lines. A glue stick. You need a light washable glue for collage. Paper scissors for trimming and cutting shapes and creating crafts from paper. Okay, so you're also going to need to add colour to your work. So you need to find and experiment with which mediums you're going to enjoy using. So just start off with what you've got already in the house, which is going to be crayons, maybe felt tips, maybe some colouring, pencils, and just experiment and learn which mediums you enjoy, which you feel comfortable with, and then start investing into those. So now let's move on to the sewing section of our toolkit. Okay, so many people, they like to invest in equipment such as sewing machines and overlockers. And this is because they want to elevate their work to the industry standard. And I worked towards these standards too for many years, until I started to learn more about the ethics of mass-produced clothing. And after my research, I changed my processes and I started looking more into hand sewing and traditional techniques and upcycling. And our toolkit is going to focus on these processes, and it's going to make our work handcrafted, unique and cheap, and it's going to be better for the environment. So our number one sewing essential is going to be a sewing needle. This is going to help us to hand stitch our garments. Now I can recommend buying a millinery needle, as this is going to be easier to use with the thicker fabrics. But if you've already got a sewing kit lying around the house that includes a needle, just use that one. It's absolutely going to be fine. Threads. So to achieve a neat finish, industry recommends that you match each thread with each colour fabric that you have. Okay, I don't think that this makes sense because it's not a sustainable option. So I'm going to give you 5 colours that I would recommend as a beginner. The first one is going to be white. The reason that I choose white is because white matches white and light fabrics. It also can be coloured using felt tip to match any colour fabric. The second choice is going to be black, because black matches black and dark fabrics. The next 3 are considered sewing neutrals. So you have burgundy, navy and grey. And these colours, although they might stand out against your fabric choice, they're going to look complementary. Sewing scissors. So sewing scissors are going to make light work of cutting through fabric. Although I have used paper scissors for cutting fabric and vice versa. And avid sewers will tell you never ever do this. But as you know, I'm a fan of using what you have. An unpicker. So it's inevitable that you are going to make mistakes in your sewing, and an unpicker is a tool to help you remove those mistakes so you can start again. But you can also use a small pair of scissors if you don't have access to an unpicker. And the last one is a measuring tape. Although there is a good hack, which is to use string and then mark your string and measure it with a ruler, because there is always a way to get around not having the correct equipment. Okay, so take these lists and go on a treasure hunt around your house to see which of these items that you already have. Don't delay your creative journey because you don't have some of the right equipment. Creative people are amazing because they are excellent problem solvers. So believe that this is you and don't procrastinate waiting for perfection. So we've come to the end of this video, and you can see me again. I'm going to make follow-up videos for starting your online fashion presence, and also how to source materials for your projects. So I'll see you then in those videos. I would recommend getting a bigger ruler, but if you've only got a small one, don't worry about it. Just add it to your list for when you buy more equipment.